Hello and welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel. And of course, the Super Eagles are back and they'll be facing the Mediterranean Knights of Libya today. Now, this is going to be their third match for the AFCON 2025 qualifiers. And I think it's going to be quite an interesting one for the Super Eagles because, yes, they've had, 4 points from the last two games, playing Rwanda and Benin. They won against Benin 3-0 and played out a 1-1 draw against Rwanda. But Libya at the moment are bottom of the table, Group D, and for some reason for them, they found it difficult to beat Nigeria. I think in the last 4 times that they've played against each other, and so I think it's going to be quite an interesting matchup against Libya. Now it's supposed to be a double header. The first game is going to be happening today, Friday by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. And the next game is obviously going to be next week, Tuesday. But for the action for today, I think it's going to be an interesting one when you look at the Super Eagles because they're obviously going to be without, their main man, Victor Osimhen, who is injured and is expected to be out for about 3 weeks or so. But they have the likes of Victor Boniface to rely on. They have Lukman Ademola, who Ballon d'Or is doing so well for Atalanta, at the moment. And I think he has been on some very impressive goal scoring form for even Nigeria. The last game I think he played, he scored in our last game against Benin Republic, and I do think is I want to believe it's going to be an easier fixture for the Super Eagles of Nigeria because they are playing at home. They'll be playing at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. So the chances of Nigeria winning that game is probably about 65-70% because I think we have the players to do the work for us, and we also have our captain back. That's the person of William Trust Ekong is back in the team. We also have Wilfred Ndidi, who is also back in the team. We have Oyedika, we have Onyeka, we have Samuel Osai Samuel. We also have Awuni also, who I think it's an opportunity for the likes of Boniface and Awuni to, take up the mantle because I feel like we've relied a lot on Victor Osimhen so much that he has not disappointed us, and that's just the truth. But also, we also have some good players, and as I said, Victor Boniface is one. He has been doing so well for Bayer Leverkusen, scoring a lot of goals for them. So I don't think it's going to be a disappointment when they face off Libya, and they know that if they're able to pick up 6 points from both games, it makes it easy for them to run into the last two games against Benin and Rwanda. So if they're able to pick up the possible 6 points, why not? Of course, it's an advantage for them. They know they'll be a bit more relaxed for the next two games and then proper prepare for the World Cup qualifiers. But the game is going to be happening live today, and I want to believe that they are prepared. The camp opened on Monday, and the players have been practicing. Ian Acho also, who is a good scorer for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, is also in camp. I think we have Simon Moses, we have some of the best players out there that are going to be representing the nation. And I do think that yes, probably just a tiny bit pressure on what Boniface will do with these two games and also for Awoni. But I want to believe they can handle it. I want to believe that the Super Eagles should be. In fact, the last time out we faced this same Libya side, we beat them 4-0 and it was at home. So this time around, we have the fan advantage for us. We are playing at home. And, unluckily for them, they've had some injury issues to deal with, although their coach, uh, um, um, their head coach now, that's of Libya, has said that the players are ready. Aldiri, yes, Aldiri said they're ready for the game against the Super Eagles of Nigeria because yes, they're one of the strongest team. The captain also has also said the same thing. So yes, that pressure will be there for not just even the Super Eagles but also for them. But it's for Nigeria and to be able to handle it properly. The interim head coach Augustine Egwavon you know, one or two times, even in the press conference, I said that the team is ready to face, you know, Libya. They are prepared. They've practiced. They've done everything they need to do, and so they're ready to take on the mantle and the battle to win the game. Also, you know, having the likes of Ogumondede, who is the head coach of Remo, and Ilechukwu, the head coach of Rangers, both teams also have not done badly in their league. And so you can tell that this is the testament of what the coaches have done. And they are assistant coach to the interim coach, Augustine Ewevo. So they know what to do. They are experienced. And, you know, apart from probably the head coach who was a former player, the other assistant coaches also know what the pressure is like to play for the national team. And so I do think that the national team, the Super Eagles, are prepared, you know, to play against Libya. It's going to be an interesting one, and I said it's going to be happening by 5 p.m. West African time, local time. You can catch it at. I'm definitely going to be talking about it. I think over the course of the match, I'll be sharing my thoughts and what I think about the game. I don't want to. I want to believe it's not going to be one of those games where they are boring and, you know, they are not, you know, attack minded as much, but I want to believe they'll be able to get the job done. But as I said, I'll be obviously be talking through the game as to, you know, the actions and all the highlights of the game, and then eventually share my thoughts and you know, what to expect probably at the end of the game and into the next game on Tuesday, you know, away from home. But that's the much I can talk about for now. Subsequently, we'll be diving more into the game, you know, what to expect, how the players have done, and what to expect in the next game. It's bye from me for now.